Okay, there we go. So this is the July 16th, 2025 Shutesbury Cemetery Commissioners meeting, starting at, I have 6:06.
Okay, excellent. Sounds good.
All right. Um, in attendance is Dina Standard, Susan Millinger, and Walter Tibbetts, and we do not have any guests trying to get in at this point. So we will start with the agenda. Review and approve minutes of the June 18th, 2025 meeting. And most of us just got these. We've been looking through them. Well, maybe we should do this in the proper way. We'll accept the motion to, or we'll do a motion to accept them, second it, and then discuss the changes. That's how we actually should be doing it. So, I believe.
I will propose a motion that we accept the June minutes.
And I'll second it.
Okay, so now we open it for discussion. I don't know if that's the proper way to do it or not, but
I think so.
it seems like it should be. All right, because usually we discuss it and then we make the motion. So, what I saw in here, everything looked pretty good. I just had a question. Where were we? Oh, one was the markers. No,
Okay.
well, it was in current financial status, expenses, and we were talking about the ground markers and road designator markers. And at the end of towards the end of the first paragraph on the second, or the last paragraph of the second page, the last line is the post will be in, and it says on the next page, the middle of a 36-inch wide lot.
Yeah.
It's the part that needed to be moved.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's, I don't know what that part was, what that was referring
Okay,
to.
well, where are they? Are they posted, where are they posted in relation to a plot?
Well, they're going to be on each side of each designated road,
Uh-huh.
starting with the middle, the baseline. So there'd be one on each side of like road 1, road 2, road 3, road 4, all the way down. And then there's a 36-foot wide. This is probably where it is. In between those roads is 36 feet. So there's an 18-foot group of lots. So the lots are basically the 8-plot lot is 18 by 18, and there's 2 of them backed up. So it goes a road, a lot, a road. So we'd put one in the middle there. That's where the middle of the 36-inch, it'd be 36-foot wide lots. So in between each road, halfway in between the edge of each road would be another pin. So I guess that's what that is. That would be 36 foot.
36 feet. You know, I'm still not quite clear what's happening here.
Where
Okay.
are you guys looking? Because I'm not finding it.
All right, this is under paragraph.
We really
or
probably need
section
to
5,
to see that.
current financial status, expenses.
Yep.
Okay.
And towards the end of that paragraph, just before the list of the cost of materials.
It says the post will be in, and for me, it turns a new page in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's where it goes wrong.
Yeah, in the middle of 36-inch wide lot. No, it'd be in the middle of the 36 feet wide. So it'd be at a point 18 feet in between each road.
So there's 30.
I mean, you could leave that out for now. I mean, it's not exactly in the expenses. It's not exactly, unless we state where every single one of them is going, it's not really that important for that part.
No, but it's important for me to understand
Yes.
what it is.
Okay.
So
So
there's 36 feet between the between each road, set of roads?
right, they're supposed to be. As the cemetery was lined or laid out, the road is 9 feet wide, each road. So it
Okay.
starts against the back wall, which would be the easternmost section of the cemetery along the property owned by Lori Kennerson. There's 18 feet of lot there. Then there's a 9 foot road. Then there's a row of 18 feet deep of lots, another row of 18 feet deep, a row of lots, and then a 9 foot road. And it continues that way. So there's 2 rows of lots that are, basically they laid out most of the lots to be 18 by 18. That gives you 8 4.5 by 9 foot lots.
So there are basically 2 rows of plots between each road?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Walter, I think I'm finally understanding it.
Yeah. It'd
Thank
be
you.
easy. It'd be easier if I just took out a map and showed you, but that's
Yeah,
basically how it goes.
or if
Matter
we
of fact,
walked it too.
I think I might have a little map here. Use my, yeah, so, okay. Or I could actually share screen and pull up one of the maps, but in a sense, this is the cemetery.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if I can hold it up there. So you have from the end 18 feet of plots here, 9 feet of road, 18 feet of plot, 18 feet of plot, 9 feet of road, and it continues that way all the way down. So we'd be starting with a pin at each side of the road and one right at this 18-foot section here. So
Oh,
when you're
gotcha.
so when you're way down here and you're trying to get the measurement to this point and this point,
Then you can see where the middle is, yeah.
tape here and pull back and get both edges of both front and back. Then if we have, periodically that'd be the base. And then along the road, we got to decide whether it's every 50 feet or 75 feet or 100 feet. We put another pin on both sides of the road. So when you're way down at one end of the cemetery, rather than pulling a tape, 150, 175 feet, if it was at 100 feet, you're only measuring from that pin 75 feet out. So, and it helps guide where the road is itself. So that's why there's going to be multiple, we're looking at close to 78 pins, I think, or more between the older section and the new section.
So the whole cemetery is going to have this system?
Yes, except for the really old front
Well,
part
that's
up
what
front,
that's
which
what
doesn't. Yeah, that part doesn't need it because we're not going to be selling lots out there, and it's, we really don't know some of those who they are. We have the map from Thomas from the company down in Texas that did the electronic mapping. We have all that, but there was never a map showing actual divided out lots like we do for the rest of the cemetery.
Okay.
So are we just gonna leave that section be until someday the rest of the cemetery's full and we need to access the rest, or what?
Now, which section are you talking about?
Old
Well,
home?
the really old section, that's fairly filled up. That's the one closest to the road.
Yeah, no, I don't mean that. I mean the special section across the main road coming into the cemetery up on the right. What is
Oh,
that?
You
oh,
mean
that
ways?
there is lots available in there too. They
There
are
are?
all divided out. That's the Luther Henry tomb
Hey,
section.
With okay.
Um, In fact, I'm not sure if I have the map right here or not, but there are quite a number of lots that are already sectioned out, 18 by 18 foot plots sectioned out, going from the road all the way up to the back, and then some across the back too. So there's
So
still
are
quite
we
a
gonna
few.
mark those also?
I can, yeah, there is some pins, but those, some of them got knocked out, so I probably should make some for there too.
I think so. If we're doing it, we might as well do it.
Yeah, might as well. And actually, it wouldn't be bad to put a couple in down at the Locks Pond Road Cemetery and at the Pratt Corner Road Cemetery, which now has, again, iron pipes sticking out of the ground, 6 to 12 inches in a couple places to mark the areas that are available for
Right.
purchase. And again, they're dangerous by having them stick out like that. So yes. Yeah, so I mean, we'll see if there's any left over from this. If not, we'll just buy some more material and make some more.
Right.
So, actually, we've gotten quite a ways off of getting back to the
Yeah, but
minutes,
it was
but
worth it.
it's good to
Well,
understand it. Yeah, it's good to understand it. We got nobody waiting on us, so that's fine. Yeah, so these will make measuring out in the future so much easier.
Yeah.
You won't be having to pull a tape from so far away that, the further you have to go, the more likely you are to make a small mistake. So these should work out good.
Places where you don't want to be surprised.
Yes, believe me, there's been some times I've walked out of there going, do I want to keep doing this?
Well,
Because it's just, you walk out of there with a headache going, I hope I did this right. I hope this is right, because nothing's coming out the way it should be coming out, which in having the whole thing mapped out electronically really helps. So we know exactly where everything is. So
yeah.
it's good too. I think that was the only thing that jumped out at me, is not really realizing what that is. But I mean, so we can either leave that in there and it'd be the middle of 36 feet of
yeah.
lots, or we can just take that one sentence out, because and you just say, these will be throughout the cemetery in the green section as well.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks so much for doing this, Susan.
Yes.
Can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It's boundless. My appreciation is boundless.
Well, thank you, but we could use the AI minutes,
Yeah.
although what I've
And
seen, they don't tend to be as good as,
yeah.
they sort of go on and on and on about stuff that's not important.
Right.
Right.
Because
It's just
stuff, and it doesn't know how to be concise or how to have good sense about things.
Yeah.
Because it's artificial. I think.
Yeah, we won't go into what I think about AI.
Yeah, no, me too.
Okay, did anybody else see anything else in the minutes that needs
No, that was it.
updating?
Well, there are some small things, and I'll go through
Okay.
and change the small things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple little things that
Yeah.
I missed it, but that was the one thing that just jumped out at me, is like,
Yeah, well,
I'm
that's
quite sure.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I
All
have to
right.
say, I have this problem distinguishing which a single quotation mark stands for and which a double. And I think if I got that resolved, I would be a lot easier. It would be easier for me to deal with numbers of length.
in lengths.
Feet or
Foot,
yeah.
a single slash
Yeah,
is
and I was
foot,
so I didn't
and
get
2 is an inch.
yeah. And
That doesn't make sense to me. I think that's why I never learned it right.
yeah, because a foot
Okay.
is longer, so it should be 2, but
Yeah.
I understood completely. But
Good.
what's funny is I missed it not making sense because I was skimming and my mind just put in feet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I looked at what I had for punctuation and when I had foot. And
Yeah.
no, I didn't. I had anyway. And I thought, what does that actually mean? And so I thought, I'm
Mm,
going to put a word and see what happens.
right.
It happened.
Yeah. Yeah. The way it's used is a single quotation or single slash is feet
Yeah.
and two is inches.
Yeah. Mhm. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So, I'll make an amendment to the motion to accept the minutes as adjusted or as corrected.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any other discussion on the minutes? Okay. Hearing none, we'll do a roll call vote. Dina,
Aye.
Susan,
Aye.
and Walter, aye. Very good. Okay. Let's see. Next is new burials, lot sales, and monument installations. Things have been a little bit busy. We did have the burial for Jerry Carey. Um, don't ask me the date. Let's see.
Okay.
I have it here, I believe. Just so it'll be in our records. It was Sunday, June 29th.
June 29th. Okay. You know, I do have a question after the fact about the minutes because I referred to the kilos in terms of a pending sale of green burial site. And I thought our agreement was to include names only when somebody is being buried, not when somebody is purchasing.
Buying. Yeah, I think we had discussed that, and I do believe that was the case.
Okay, so I'm going to
And then how, yeah, I mean, how do we feel about that? I mean, I think we've talked about um the one Carol Oral buying a lot and gonna have a burial. So I don't know. I don't know. It's not, I don't know if it's a violation of privacy to say if somebody bought one because that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody in the family is sick or passing away. It means they're just thinking about it in ahead of time. So
Absolutely. Also, isn't it a public record?
it would be a public record, yes. So
when it's been purchased.
yeah.
So maybe if it's just being thought about, I wouldn't include a name.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
All right. Sure. But we'll include their name once they finally purchase.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right. All right. So we had the cremational burial for Jerry. As stated in the minutes last month, sure, Notre Dame monuments. I know they at least started the installation. I marked out the graves for them. They had, as of last Saturday, they had the bases in, but the stones weren't in yet. They may be in by now, I'm not sure. Negus and Taylor contacted me about installing two other headstones, which actually went in today.
Oh,
Because I got a call from, matter of fact, Carol Oral thanking me. She said the stone looked really nice and everything was all set and she was happy. Um, but I didn't realize that they were actually going in today, and I had marked those out over the weekend. There and one for Catherine Hilton for her lot. And that's in a green burial, and that was a flat 1 foot by 2 foot monument
go and
or
look at.
stone. What was that?
I think I'll go and take a look at it. See what the stone looks like. Just for looking at stones.
I understand.
Testing my microphone. Okay, it seems to be working. I don't know what's going on here,
I
but
hear
I
you.
lost all sound too.
You can't hear us? I guess not.
Oh,
I hear you, Susan.
I hear you, Deanna, and I also heard Walter.
Just by a shake of the head, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I've lost all audio for some reason.
Do you wanna, we could all leave and come back maybe, or? Oh,
Can't hear us.
no. I think,
Well, he will decide what to do there.
yeah, because he's
Yeah.
the,
Oh, because he's the host? Yeah.
oh, so if he leaves,
He could appoint one of us host.
yeah, or he can just leave and we'll all leave and then he can come back in and we'll all come back in.
Yeah.
This is a weird glitch.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think the heat is doing, oh, and the humidity are doing things.
Weird things. And also I think we're all tired.
Yeah, that's for sure.
My brain is certainly not working. I get migraines when it gets hot like this and my migraine medication works, but he's
Mm.
actually, well, oh no, that's you that's muted on your other device.
Yeah. He is muted.
Oh, see, I wonder if I can say Walter unmute. See.
There, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
I for some reason my speaker went out. I couldn't hear anything you guys were saying. It said it wasn't recognizing my speaker, and that's why I asked, "Can you guys hear me?" And you shook your head. Okay, so the microphone's working, and all of a sudden I was trying all kinds of things, and all of a sudden just came back on. The speaker came back on, but then it muted me. So I don't know, but I'm
It's-
back. I think.
Meanwhile, here we are.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So where was I? So there was the other two monuments put in. We potentially will be having another cremation burial in August. I'm not sure the date yet. Probably somewhere around the 14th, I think it is.
Walter, do you charge for opening earth for these cremation burials?
Yes, that's what there's $100 fee, but it
Okay,
goes to the town and gets paid to me minus taxes.
good.
That's what we started that revolving account for. Yeah. Yeah, so whoever does it can get paid.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure we're not doing it for free.
Oh no. I've been told I should charge more, but $100 is good enough. So yeah. And I also got a call from the family member who needed the lot number, which I got to call him after that. Call him back after this, so Negus and Taylor they're working on that monument. So we've had, talking about 5 different monuments all within like a couple of weeks here.
Wow.
When people call to find out the lot number of a relation,
Yeah.
and we give it to them, I'm asking this because I once spent hours in a cemetery unable to find a grave, only to finally figure out that I had the right area, but there was no stone because no one had ever put one in.
Mm.
And it took me an hour and a half, stone by stone, trying to find this person and figure this out. And I was wondering, when people are looking for a specific plot in our cemetery, if you give them a number, they don't really have anything to read off of. So you kind
No.
of have to give them, well, it's 9 feet from this grave and we know who's in this one.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
is that how you do it?
Usually like that when they're looking for a lot number, that's usually the either the funeral home or monument company. And I've been emailing copies of the maps, the electronic copies of the maps to all the different monument companies,
Oh,
which
that's
helps them
interesting. So
out.
they have it when they come.
Right. So I can tell them it's at lot 272. And usually when I mark the lot out, like what I did this time is I marked the corners of the lot with those little white flags. And then I figure out, knowing the size of the monument or the base, I'll, and knowing where it should, if I know exactly where it's going to go, then I'll mark that out and use ground marking paint and paint, the size of that right there. So, all right, here's the lot. This is where it should go, and let them use their better judgment as to exactly how well it lines up with things around it and all that too.
Right. Hmm.
But if we were to give somebody, if they wanted to know, I would, yes, I give them the lot number, but then usually what I'll say is it's on road number, whatever, about so far down or from the baseline on which side, and, try to
Right.
help them that way. At least it gets them kind of in the right area, but you got to have the map in front of you to be able to do that. So,
Okay. Where are we?
all right. I guess
Well,
we were just talking about burials, lot sales, and monument installation. So,
yeah, has anything happened with the Kilos yet?
no, I haven't heard back from them. Last I heard, they said, we're not in any rush. We just got to talk to our kids. So, thank you I gave them a copy of the map for the green burial section so they can kind of look at that. Cause we went out there and walked around. They kind of picked a few places, but then they were unsure if they wanted one lot, two lots, more. So they were going to talk to the kids and all that and, get back to us, but they weren't in a big hurry. So, excuse me. But we haven't heard back from them yet. No. Okay. With all the distractions, did I make sense of what was going on with that, or
I think so.
Susan?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll move on then to next is the CPA grant and next steps. And I wrote down contract, schedule work, and closeout report. And sometimes I get going on different things and I kind of forget where things were, like with the contract, but I had signed that. So the select board signed it and put it in my box, and I had signed it on June 18th. So from this point on, we have a signed contract with the town, so we should be able to
Oh,
start
good.
moving forward.
Good.
I was just about going to send an email and say, where are we with this? And then I realized, oh, I know where we are. It's right here in my hand. So we do have it. The only thing reading through the contract that it said that we should do before we start is this is prior to commencement of the work, the recipient must submit an updated budget for work awarded under this grant agreement and confirmation of receipt of all other sources of funding to complete the project as described herein. I can easily do that because the price is the same as we quoted. Nothing's changed, and the matching funds we have already, so,
Right.
or in accounts that are available to us.
Boy, they're really getting fussy in how much they're asking us to do.
I think so.
Yeah, well, I think it's because there's been other projects that state something and then, they just threw something together to get the grant and then realizing afterwards, oh, it's going to be more than that, or, a lot less than that. And it's, some of them have taken a while to get going, and some of them, like, there was the one at town meeting where they set the money back and, scrapped the project. So I think they're just trying to cover their bases to make sure everybody is, doing their due diligence and not just throwing something together, but actually, getting estimates and making sure that what they're doing is what they say they're going to do is what they're going to be able to do. So, that's easy enough to do. the other thing I will have to do, I was gonna call tomorrow last night, but things came up, and by the time I got around to doing it, it's just, once I realized that, oh, we can move forward with this. Is that they want a temporary sign to go up at the project when the work is being done to state that it is. Let's see, where did I can see that?
I love that.
What?
I mean, that it's supported by
Yeah,
by
community
them.
preservation, yeah.
I think that's really
While
cute.
that portion of the project funded by this grant, the CPA funds, is underway, the grantee agrees to post a temporary sign stating that the project was funded through the Town of Shutesbury's Community Preservation Act program, if such a sign is appropriate for the location. The grantee shall also identify that the project was funded by the Town of Shutesbury's Community Preservation Act program in its written materials about the project, including press releases, brochures, and similar materials. So,
Okay, well, I suppose that's pretty normal.
yeah,
Yeah.
just wanting, we're giving you the money, we want some recognition that our
Yeah.
project is doing that. So I'll have to come up with a little sign that Tamara can put out when she's working that says that it's
That's
funded by the
hilarious.
Shutesbury Community Preservation Act. And that should be easy enough to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't till, I think it was last night or the night before, that I was reading through all this stuff, trying to get everything in line, and I was realizing, oh, wait a minute, no, we can move ahead because we have the signed contract. I can easily just send them, here's the budget, everything's the same, nothing's changed, and give Tamara a call and say, you're free to go. Have at it.
Excellent.
Great.
And then the other thing was just, so that calling her would be scheduling the work. Closeout report for last year. I guess we discussed that in the minutes, or
We
that
did.
was in the minutes.
We did.
Yeah, we just, something to. Do you have access to the last grant report, Susan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we have that, we can just, throw something together that this is.
Wait a second. You mean the report that we wrote after the first project was completed? That
Yes.
Janice would have done that.
Yeah, Janice would have done that. Yeah. Do you have access to that or not?
There was a fairly detailed report with photographs.
Photographs. Yep, that was
I think I must have access to it. I'll double check.
Okay, that was at least that report was what Tamara had sent. Her
Right.
report with before and after photographs.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I
And
have.
I'm not sure. I mean, these last photographs that she sent were only the stones that were done in this, in her last little bit of doing things. So I don't know if we actually got a final report from her as to, completed of all the stones done. She sent something with the first bill, and then she sent some more pictures in the second bill, but we didn't
Oh,
actually
Walter,
get.
you've gone again.
Oh, okay. Am I back there?
I haven't, not for me.
Yeah. Can you see me now still?
I hear you and see you.
Yeah.
Susan,
can you?
have you stopped seeing us?
Does look like she has.
It does. Susan. This is interesting. It's like doing the same thing for her that it did for you.
Yeah.
I think it's some sort of a Zoom glitch.
Yeah.
Doing it for what?
Well, now you're back.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. Well, I couldn't hear you for a while.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
no, now you're back all of a sudden. It's the same thing that happened with Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it must be some glitch with Zoom or something, or the internet.
It could be electricity pull demand.
That's true too.
That's true too. Yeah. Little brownouts causing problems with the internet.
So, okay, so I do not know that I have our final report if it's different from her final report.
I'll look in in the files here and see if
But
I
you
have.
know, I'm betcha that the CPA has it in there and they probably have it online.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
true,
look
too.
and see if the CPC has it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when I call tomorrow, I'll check with her to see if she did a full report like she normally does with before and after pictures of everything, because the last 8 stones that she did, there was only 8 pictures and they looked like they were the after pictures. So I'm not sure if she sent, although we probably have before ones from her proposal, so I can check that too. I'll go through all that stuff and I can send it to you, Susan.
Okay, that
with,
sounds good,
with
Walter.
what I have in the files here.
Okay,
Thank-
I'm not doing anything until August, but that's not that far away anymore.
Right.
it's not
Okay.
sneaky time.
All right. Well, I'll get those to you anyways.
Okay, thanks.
Then we can do a closeout report for them. And it doesn't say anything special, because I was gonna call them and say, well, is there a special form or anything? It just says, upon completion of the work, the recipient shall submit a report to the Shutesbury CPC describing how the project used its CPA funds and whether any CPA funds remain unused. And we used all the funds and all the accessory funds and all that supporting stuff, and the project that we set out to do was done. So
Yeah, so I don't suppose they're really expecting anything detailed, because if they
No.
were, they would be telling us what they wanted.
yes, yep,
Okay.
that's what I think too. All right, I guess we're good on that then. Next would be instructions or guidelines for green natural burials. You guys, we had created the little working group. Have you guys gotten together or not?
We were waiting till after the book sale.
That's right. Okay, that's right.
So
We waited-
after the book sale, we'll schedule a time to get
Okay.
together and hammer all that out. I think it'll
All
be
right.
good.
Sure.
Called ABS for me after the book sale.
After the book
Exactly.
sale. Life after the book sale.
Yep.
Okay, we kind of a little bit talked about the road marker lot measurement pin project. I have started doing welding of the washers to the stakes. I'm not sure how many I have. There's probably about close to 30 of them done.
Well, that's pushing 30, half then.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, there's still,
Progress.
when I look at the pile of pipes, pieces of pipe, there's still a lot to go, but you know, I've been doing it in batches where I get a little bit of time to sit down and do some welding. I have a jig set up and a table set up in the garage and with the welder, and I just sit down and start dropping pieces together and welding them up. So come up with a few glitches, few problems, but for the most part, they're going pretty good. The next thing after that will be painting them.
Great.
Then installing. And I think when I go to install them, I am going to enlist the help of Carl too. And
Oh, good.
measure them out, and I'll probably to get the baseline set up the transit so we get a nice true straight line. And go.
Yeah, that's a good 2-person job.
Yes. Yep. It certainly is. All right, and like I said, it's moving along. We're going forward with it. So that leaves to any other unfinished business and or new business items not anticipated 48 hours to the meeting. Anything's come
for
up with you
me.
guys or questions or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Well, that makes it a fairly easy meeting then.
I think so. Good for a hot day.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna go make some.
we've been doing a lot over the last couple of years, so it's good to have a few light months.
Yeah, and things are making more sense to me, which is really good.
Oh, that's good.
Slowly.
Did coming and seeing the digging of the cremation grave
But
help
that was
out?
really good.
That was really good. Yes, I agree. Thank you very much, Walter.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I had to do it anyways. It wasn't too much more trouble to just do it with other people watching and explain
Nice having
things. And,
company.
Yeah.
although I will tell you, I did mess up a little bit on that hole. I should have made it just a little bit larger. And it's a good thing that they had said, no, we'll let you put it in the hole.
It was tight.
It was tight. I had to open it up just a little bit more.
Wow.
On
Yeah.
the sides weren't quite wide enough. And I looked at it and said, oh yeah, it's this big. I'll just make it this and that's fine. But as you dig, nothing stays perfectly straight. And
Yeah.
where you start and when you're doing something like that, even a half inch is too small is too small. So luckily they hadn't chose to let me lower it in there. So I went to put it in and went, oops, gotta open it up a
Shenanigans.
little bit more.
Oh,
But that was all. So,
well, this is delightful, as always.
all right, so I guess next would be date for the next meetings. Let's see.
Is it August 17th? No, it's August 20th. It's the third Wednesday.
Uh-oh.
Yes, yeah, August 20th.
I am gonna start having a problem with third Wednesdays.
Okay.
I thought this month, oh, I really screwed this up. I am wondering if you guys have any flexibility for either a different Wednesday. My Fisher Home board meeting just switched to third Wednesdays.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't do it the second Wednesday because COA meets then, but otherwise I've got flexibility.
And it doesn't, for me,
Yeah.
have to be Wednesday. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, they see that that board meeting used to be on Tuesdays. And so I could do both in the same week.
Right. I'm open for flexibility, sure. It can either be another day of the week or a different, doesn't have to be the third Wednesday.
Or
It could
different
be a
Wednesday.
different one.
It could be the first or the fourth.
Right.
Right? Or if we went to a Tuesday or Thursday, we could still do the third week. So it's up to you guys.
Yeah, Thursdays, the league has a tendency to have meetings on Thursdays, so I'd rather stay away from Thursdays, but Tuesday's okay.
Tuesday's okay with me. Then I'll just switch them and they'll both be the, the third week,
Yeah,
but they'll go the other way. Does
Well,
that
I
work for
think
you guys?
I think Tuesdays would work out for me. I don't have a lot of things going on in the evenings during the week, other than work. So I got to take the time off to be here anyway. So yeah, we could do switch to a Tuesday night,
So that would be the 19th.
19th. Yep,
Thanks, guys.
Sure.
Tuesday, August 19th.
Okay. Great.
All right. Very good.
When's the book sale, Susan?
The book sale is the last weekend in July and the first weekend in August, so it's on the 25th, 26th, 27th,
Yeah.
the second and third.
Have a great time.
And remainder morning, which is when everything left is free,
Yeah.
fourth.
Where do you guys donate the leftover books to?
There's a business called Bay State Books.
Yep.
Flex, and they sell what they can, and what they can't, they shred.
Yeah.
But we have thousands.
Yeah, it's just huge.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, if we can interject for half a second, we'll adjourn the meeting. I'll stop the recording, then we can continue
Okay.
discussing if you
Yeah.
want. All right. So meeting is set for Tuesday, August 19th, 6 p.m.
Mhm.
Do a motion for adjournment.
I so move.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Dina?
Aye. Aye.
Susan? And I myself. So that's unanimous. And I will now the recording.